Alright, Schlockmeister fans, gonna watch something here about Nazi clones. It's called the LUCIFER Complex. Let's check it out. The film starts with a man wandering on an island.
As a kid in Sarasota trying to clean the oil off seagulls. And that was a long time ago. Back when everybody was preaching about cleaning up the environment. I'm glad that's all over.
This guy pops into a lab in a cave somewhere on this island.
Just about every cave I've explored on this island was inhabited at one time or another. Mostly by the Polynesians, I guess. A couple thousand years ago.
He seems to be able to watch videos of like every major U.S. event.
All the millions of categories stored here, there's more information on wars than any other subject. Why not? Humanity is war.
This movie's taking place allegedly in 1986, and here he is watching some video from the 60s, some band somewhere. And video of the Vietnam War.
They were just kids.
Anyway, it takes 20 minutes to get away from this guy watching videos. Then we see something taking place here, which looks like guys in Nazi helmets, and then we have an incident on a bus. Apparently a bunch of government dignitaries from around the world are on this bus. And something's happening to them. This guy is watching a video of that bus.
But it was also the move that nearly destroyed the aggressor's plans.
And then we've got a belly dancer.
Some of the battlefields weren't so unpleasant.
Robert Vaughn, he plays Glenn, I believe. He's an agent. They don't say what kind of agent, but probably CIA, maybe FBI, I don't know. Anyway, he's investigating this empty bus. That's the bus where all those dignitaries were coughing and hacking on. Where did they go? All he knows is that they're missing. Anyway, he steps out of that bus. And wham!
Locked up?
Now wait a minute.
Keenan Wynn.
Norris, I will not listen to any more of his ridiculous excuses. That story has been proven false.
The bus was delayed.
Major Lee.
The bus was delayed by a flat tire.
Don't know what happened, but next thing you know, he's getting yelled at.
No appointment with Mr. Ming before going inside the zone, but something happened in there, and they're trying to cover it up.
And 37 international high powers say it was a flat tire. Look, Manning, you screwed up 5 years ago when you took that Russian out of Yugoslavia.
So now we got some planes somewhere in South America. This is something else that Robert Vaughn's going to have to investigate. So he's sent to this island. He parachutes in to investigate these missing planes. Turns out those people on the bus all were found, and they all say, no, nothing happened. It was just a flat tire. That seems very odd, because something clearly did happen. Anyway, he's on this island now. That scene in the beginning with those women getting off the truck. Similar scene here. Forget about the planes. He's now found something else going on here. Well, he got knocked out immediately, and the next thing you know, he wakes up in a hospital. Doesn't even remember what happened to him.
Yeah, that's better. Now just relax, huh? Just relax. There's nothing to worry about.
But he's told he's in a hospital somewhere.
On the head and...
He's on an island, that same island. He's being lied to. He doesn't know where he is. And he's being spied on.
Talk to Al. I saw something very strange after I crashed.
But I'm supposed to get the report and bring it back with me.
They're recording him too.
Obviously, Vogel's drug did not block Mr. Manning's memory of what he saw on the surface.
It'll be an interesting challenge to get the Kindley information. But we will accomplish our purpose.
These are Nazis. Anyway, one of the women who escaped
Take that bed and move it.
finds herself in Glenn's room.
Bed.
You heard me, the bed. Now, quickly. You dirty, rotten Nazi!
Anyway, that woman tells him that he's actually on the island. So he does a little snooping around. What the hell is that? He does some more snooping and finds all these people in pods. And he kind of figures out, it looks like they're cloning these people. Or these are the clones, I'm not sure. But all those people who disappeared on a bus and those witnesses who said, nope, nothing happened, those must have been clones. Anyway, that woman he's with, I think her name is April. They're on the run from the Nazi clones.
Of course, you know.
And they get caught.
You have destroyed valuable equipment, Manning. It will take us weeks to put it back in shape before we can complete the cloning of Miss Adams.
You will have sufficient time, Herr Doctor. So you see, Mr. Manning, the Fourth Reich is a reality. And through cloning, we are building a new master race.
That's what little old me stumbled into.
No, Mr. Manning, you didn't stumble into anything. You were pushed.
Anyway, Glenn fights his way out of there. Meanwhile, there's a bunch of women who are being held captive there, too. And those women are also now going to turn and revolt on the guards. This crack staff of Nazi guards.
We have the building surrounded.
A complete battle is ensuing now. I believe that's Glenn.
Are we to be defeated by a handful of simpering females?
You may recognize Aldo Ray.
Engage with your tank. I gotta get to the explosives.
And that's the end of Aldo Ray. How about some more spit? Our battle continues for several minutes. Now captured the bad guy, and guess who makes an appearance? Yes, it's Hitler. They've somehow cloned Hitler.
You are a disgrace to your uniform. Your bungling is unforgivable.
Grumpy Hitler.
No longer of any use to the Reich.
Yep, Hitler is using a laser beam to zap this guy. They try to shoot Hitler, but he disappears, and then Glenn gets attacked by his own clone. Don't worry, Glenn wins. And he tracks down Hitler and shoots him.
So you're the one.
But guess who the boss is?
You realize what you have done?
Keenan Wynn.
Stay back! Yield to what? Millions of dollars.
Anyway, Keenan Wynn flees. Apparently that knocked him out, opening the door.
What about him?
He's headed.
That's the last we see of Robert Vaughn.
Well, it's all here. The rise and fall of mankind. Someday, maybe 100 years from now, 1,000, and 10,000 years from now, some explorers from another planet will discover this time capsule, and I can't wait around.
The movie ends with Video Man leaving his cave and exploring his island, as he calls it. No clue what it all means. Alright, let's talk about this movie called The Lucifer Complex. You know, I don't really have a whole lot good I can say about this because this was pretty dull. I'd never seen this movie before until today, and I don't think I'll ever watch it again. But what we got here is a 90-minute movie that was filmed in 1976, and I guess it wasn't good enough for the theater, so they shelved it for a couple of years, and they showed it on television, kind of like a made-for-TV movie. It was pretty tame. There was no language in it, not a lot of rough violence. So anyway, what you got here is Robert Vaughn. He's investigating some planes that went down somewhere or something like that, and he stumbles upon this group of people who are essentially trying to reignite the Nazi Party. They're calling themselves the Fourth Reich, and what they're doing is they're cloning people and turning them into Nazis. And they've cloned Adolf Hitler. Somehow Adolf Hitler is around at the end of this movie. I don't know how they pulled that off, because they're like, they have these people and they're like making new bodies from them or something, because we see like a little baby at one point that's supposed to be like in a incubator or a jar or something, and somehow that's how they're cloning this. I don't know, but next thing you know, these people are full grown and they're Nazis. LUCIFER is one of the Nazi guards, by the way. Anyway, Keenan Wynn also turns out to be, we think he's working for the Americans, the good guys, the CIA, or whatever intelligence agency he's part of. He was actually reprimanding Robert Vaughn earlier for screwing up, but it turns out he's actually the mastermind behind this whole thing. So they're on an island, and there's this Nazi brigade going on here. So anyway, Robert Vaughn manages to escape. He's like being held there, and then he gets this other woman to help him. There's a bunch of women being held captive there too, like a women in prison type movie. They all start revolting at the same time, and eventually Robert Vaughn is able to shoot everybody. Now, and he says, we got to get off this island or something like that. And then that's the last we see of him. Now, the first 20 minutes of this movie, they showed this guy, and I believe he said it's 1986. So maybe this is taking place in the near future. I don't know, or at that time, near future. But he's watching all of these videos of like every event that's happened in time or something like that, they say. He's watching videos of wars and floods and all kinds of weird things. We're led to believe he's in the future and he's rehashing these old things. I don't know what the hell is going on. But anyway, then this whole story plays out with Robert Vaughn, and occasionally they cut back to this guy watching videos, like he's watching this thing play out, like they filmed the. I don't know. It was kind of weird. The last scene in the movie shows him, he's in this bunker on an island somewhere, saying maybe 10,000 years from now some aliens from outer space will come down and they'll find this. But right for now, I just want to explore my island. And then he comes out of his hole, and the last scene is him walking through the brush on this island. I don't know. This is a strange film. It was really kind of a piece of shit, but I don't know how else to describe this. But anyway, I got this film by accident. I actually ordered something else, and they sent this to me by mistake, a double DVD, a little one of those thin ones here with a Beyond the Bermuda Triangle. I think this happened to me once before. This company has this, like the same UPC codes on these things. So these eBay sellers who have, millions of transactions they do, they don't pay attention to anything. They just list it by UPC code, and then it pops up, and then they don't know what the hell they're sending you. This happened before when I was trying to get the movie called Death Screams, I think it was, House that Vanished, whatever. Anyway, so it happened here. He refunded my $3 and said keep it. I ended up getting the movie I really wanted somewhere else. So, but anyway, you can get this if you want. I'll leave a link down below to Amazon if you're interested. This DVD somehow is you can get it really cheap. Otherwise, you might have to pay $30-40 for it too. It makes no sense. But the movie itself, The Lucifer Complex, is available in several several different DVDs because it's in public domain, so you can get. I'll leave a cheap version down below if you want it. So let me know what you think about it if you've seen this thing. Leave a comment down below. We'll talk about it. It's called the Lucifer Complex. Check it out. Bye.